I think we're ready.
Hi everybody, good morning.
Good morning. The last time we saw you, we were at Chelsea Pearls.
That's right. It's been, what, a month and a half?
It has.
And I want to go ahead and say, because when we do this, there's going to be a couple of cut-ins from some projects that we don't have today. So this is take two. This is take two of podcast number 16. Mom and I filmed 16 the other day, and it was at the end of the day, and we were both tired, and I woke up in the middle of the night and said, Mom, we got to redo that. It can't be good enough. So anyway, there'll be a little bit that is changed from what we had done, which you won't know. But there's a piece that I'm going to cut in of one of our customers' projects that we don't have to show.
Right.
So
it was Manhattan.
So I'll cut that in from the other recording. So welcome to the Knot House podcast. It is middle of August now, and
it is the middle of August.
It's not raining today, but it is quite humid. So
I'm not going to stay in this for very long, just so you all know. This is just for your benefit.
So let's start off talking about who won the last our giveaway. I know we've had a couple of people ask.
It was Christina Liberto, Liberto. I hope I pronounced that right. I think you watch every time, so that's part of the reason that I didn't pick somebody else after I didn't hear from Christina, because she's been a loyal follower and I wanted to give her the chance.
So she may not have seen your note that
she
you sent. Okay.
Right. I sent a note onto the comment that she had written, which is how I've done it before, and I got no response. So Christina, if you will email me at Kathy, Cathy, at knothousyarns.com. I've got it all packaged up and I'm just waiting on you.
So we got a bunch of comments. We had a bunch of fun comments.
We did.
They were fun to go through and read. So thank you everybody for commenting. Thank you for all the new subscribers. And thanks for watching. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. And then you'll be notified every time we do this.
I think you have to hit the bell too to be notified. There's a bell there to be notified.
I don't know about the bell.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to start with?
Well, that this is a summer of sweaters. Summer of sweaters. Every day, I'm just amazed. I think I sold 3 or 4 sweater quantities yesterday. So it is hot as it can be, and we're still selling sweaters.
Well, is everybody doing the sweaters for Rhinebeck?
You know, I think it's just a fever. It is just a fever. Everybody has. People that have never made sweaters before are making sweaters. I think we have probably Caitlin Hunter to thank for that.
Yeah, she's gotten everything kicked off for sure.
Well, for one thing, all of her sweaters have a lot of ease.
Yeah.
So almost anybody can wear them, no matter what your body type. And she's just changed up the color work enough that it's
easy enough.
Yeah, that everybody can do it. And of course her attitude is everybody can do it, there are no rules.
Right.
So that has really sparked, I think, everybody's, I've got people that have never made sweaters that their first sweater is going to be color work.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. So,
and it was this time last year, actually,
that she started.
That she did the Sunset Highway. That came out, right?
And
because that's when we were out of town and we started putting kids together.
We did.
Yep, for the Sunset Highway.
Did. And I had never done color work before. So,
yeah.
It's right now it's a year.
Yeah, so she'll send me a text message and go, I've sold 6 sweaters today.
It's just amazing. It's just amazing. We appreciate everybody's support, and our only trouble is trying to keep enough yarn in. Because when you start selling sweater quantities, it's not 1 or 2 skeins for a shawl.
Right. So, do you want to talk about sweaters first? Since we're talking about sweaters.
I want to talk about, we got Western Sky in,
Oh, okay.
and I did a Sunset Highway yesterday for somebody.
You put together colors for a Sunset Highway.
Right, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry. And
We know you're fast and everything, but you're not, putting one together. You're not making one in a day.
no, I'm not. But I want to show the colors.
Oh, the colors that you put. Okay.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
She told me about it last night.
So it's going to start with navy blue. This is going to be the first teardrops.
Okay.
No, this is not. This is the first teardrops.
Okay, so that's the pop of color.
That's
really,
the pop of
bright
color.
pop.
This is the little swirl at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
before you start the color work. And then this is the body. Isn't that gorgeous
Yeah,
together?
it's going to be pretty. Yep.
I don't know how I did it, but the colors that I picked this time, I didn't pick thinking of sweaters, but they all kind of go together.
Yeah.
They really
Well,
do.
and Sunset Highway takes enough different ones, right?
Right. This one has gold in it.
What's the name of that one, Mom?
This one is mint leaf, and it has just enough gold in it for this to work.
And what's that one?
And this one is winter wheat.
Yeah, it's a favorite.
That is a gorgeous. And then this one, which is the body,
That's a new one.
this is a new one, yeah. It's Nightfall. And it has the gold in it too. So it just,
And then this one is just regular old navy,
navy,
right?
that's
Yep.
your favorite.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that was fun. That was a fun sweater to put together. And it just kind of bam, bam, bam.
So do we have these on the website?
They're on the website.
Okay, so all of the new Western Sky colors are on the website. You can go check those out.
So there's new colors on Western Sky. We have Western Sky Magnolia Sock, we have Western Sky New Magnolia Sock, and we have Western Sky New 2 Magnolia Sock. So make sure you check all of them out.
Why did you have to put them in 3 groups?
We've had that many colors.
Okay, we won't get into that.
That's just the way the website does it.
Okay.
You can only put so many colors, and when you get that full, you have to start another one.
Okay.
So, but yes, they're all on there.
So, you want to talk about the little kits that you put together that we're doing in anticipation of Andrea Mallory's Rhinebeck sweater?
Yes. So what I did is
So in case you don't know, Andrea Mallory's doing a
cardigan.
cardigan, and she is using Magpie domestic worsted as the base color, or the base yarn rather.
Of which we are really stocked.
Yeah, we've got a really good selection and
Dami said we were lucky.
doubled up. Yep.
I realized early on that we didn't have enough,
Yeah.
and I reordered quickly. So this is one of the colors of the domestic. This is Castaway. And then we put, it doesn't take a full skein of the Dream State.
Right.
So I thought, why not make mini skeins? And that way
Keeps the cost down. So
keeps
yeah.
the cost down, and Dream State's hard to come by.
Yeah.
So that also makes for more sweaters.
Right.
You know. So this is one of the kits we put together. This is Melancholia. This is Deep Bump. And this is Wallflower.
So show that I like that kit right there.
This one?
Is that the one? That's not the one Dami used for hers. I know she used that yellow.
Yeah, this is, I think it's Pussy Willow.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And this is Devilish Grin.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is Nebuary.
So I just want to say these little kits are not on the website. You're going to have to call the shop or
Yes.
email us if you're interested in.
And I'm not switching the kits around. You can't. The colors are the way they are.
Okay. So you're showing this little kit with Castaway.
I am.
Okay.
And then now you can change the base color.
Right,
to
I know.
make it
but
whatever
so
you
people
want.
can see what, you know.
So, and then this kit
I think that one's really pretty.
is
but then I
done
would.
with Masquerade.
Yeah. That's gonna be really pretty. It's gonna be bright.
Well, there's not a lot. It's just around the yoke, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
from the pictures I've seen. And the colors step up. So it is light, medium, and dark.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, you can have that pop of color because you're going to have a lot of the dark
Right.
if you decide to do it that way.
So, so she's coming out with that pattern next week or something like that. The end of August.
The end of August.
So that'll be one of the. There's so many Rhinebeck sweaters.
It's funny. We've had so many people buy this ahead of time because they know that when the sweater comes out, there won't be any to be had.
Yeah. So with that, since we're talking about Dream State, let's talk about the hat that I finished.
This is the Aries hat. The designer is Kate and Rachel from Spincycle Yarns.
So if you got full skeins,
If you got full skeins, you would maybe have enough left to do
well,
this.
it would depend on if you did the pom-pom or
Right.
not, right?
If you
If you did a
didn't-
fur pom-pom on it,
Yeah.
then you would have enough.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
I just know that,
or you could do 3 colors, and no, there's nothing that said you.
right, you
Couldn't
could do
do 3
yes,
colors in
you
that.
certainly could.
So,
You certainly could.
and that was a fun, fast hat.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
and
let's,
we got a bunch to talk about, so
I
I'm
know.
a little bit not.
so what I'm wearing is the Hipster by Joji.
Mm-hmm.
And it is done in Farmer's Daughter Juicy DK.
And you didn't have that one done on the last podcast.
I hadn't even started it on the last podcast.
Okay. I find that hard to believe, but okay.
I didn't. So
So that's using.
I talked about using mohair with this
Okay.
when we talked about it, and after I read the pattern, I realized that I could not do mohair with this.
Right.
So it was a fun, quick
So we still have some Farmer's Daughter Juicy DK.
We do.
Not a huge amount.
We don't have sweater quantities anymore.
Yeah. But that's on the website also.
It is, and a lot of people use the Juicy DK to do the Tecumseh. When the knit-along started, that was the local yarn shop Unity knit-along. It was going to just be for Tecumseh. I think powers that be that were doing that, maybe Jim and Darlin changed it and said that it could be anything. That
Any
you-
sweater.
Any sweater, yes. And you don't have to be going to Rhinebeck to be able to enter.
So there's supposed to be prizes and things, and I don't know. I haven't seen anything about what the prizes are or how you.
I don't know that you just have to post in either our Ravelry group. There's a thread for it. There's
Or Chelsea's.
Chelsea's. I think Jim and Darlin has got a thread. And Primrose is also giving prizes
Okay.
that has included all of us.
Okay.
She tagged us in that last night.
Okay. So the tag is LYS Unity
Mhm.
Cal
It is.
KAL.
It is.
Okay.
So I finished.
I was going
I
to talk
can't
about
reach
this first.
Well, we were talking about Tecumseh.
Oh, okay.
So I finished
Ta-da!
the Tecumseh for Heather. I really didn't think this would look good on me, so I called her and said, "Can I make the Tecumseh for you?" And I was afraid she'd say no, but she said yes, because we're on this thing that I'm not making her any more sweaters. Of course, you see that didn't last very long.
It's lasted a good while.
Okay. Fun sweater. Fun sweater. Fun to make. Dawn has got hers finished. She's bringing it in today. She's got it blocked. And one of the things that some of us did differently is I held mohair with the farmer's daughter. So the pluses and the feathers are farmer's daughter, along with farmer's daughter Mighty Mo.
But you only added mohair, Mom, to the feathers.
Only to the feathers.
Okay.
And then the rest of it, the dark navy blue, is Julie Oslin, Lazuli Decay.
It's kind of not navy. It's a navy gray, really.
Well, it's as navy as you can be without being black.
Yeah.
It's really, really dark.
Yeah.
I made her try it on the other night, and I got fussed at about it later. We were Tuesday night knit night, and she said it reminded her back when I'd ask her to do her dance stuff, you know, in front of everybody. Show us what you did at dance class today. And it really wasn't like that. Everybody else, what she hadn't heard, said, has she tried it on? Has she tried it on? And she hadn't since I
Well,
finished
it's not
it.
true. I tried it on every time you got a section done.
But you hadn't tried it on since I
Finished
added
it?
to the sleeves
Oh.
and blocked it.
Yeah, she did the sleeves too short at first, so then she took the sleeve out.
I did.
So,
I mean, that's
because I don't like short sleeves,
well, they're plenty long now.
and I've got long arms.
They're plenty long now.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Enough about that.
enough about that. Oh, you want to show your finished Guthrie?
So I finished my Guthrie.
It's awfully long.
It's long, but it'll be perfect with leggings,
Yep.
which is what I
So
made
you
it for.
lengthened it.
I did. I lengthened it. She has it where this last section, which
Mhm.
are barbells, but you can't really see that they're barbells on mine. So that's where you lengthen it or shorten it.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, I purposely did mine long. I wanted to be able to wear it with leggings.
So you used Julie Oslin,
Lazuli Decay.
Lazuli Decay, and dyed in the wool.
Dyed in the wool. Nostalgia was the color
She
I
used
used.
Julie Oslin and dyed in the wool
She
too,
did.
right? Caitlin did.
She did. One thing I did, I had a leftover skein,
Random. She has piles of leftover skeins in the back.
and this one had a little more color in it. I didn't want to accentuate my belly,
Mm-hmm.
so the Nostalgia worked great. It's just very low contrast, but it does have a little color around the yoke.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
So with all of the Spincycle, you could, because it took, I think 3 or 4 skeins, so you could manipulate
Mm-hmm.
and use one different at the top and different at the bottom. I love it. But the one everybody has just fell in love with is Carissa's. Again, it's Julie Oslin DK, and it is Spincycle.
Spincycle dyed in the wool.
Yes. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but one of the skeins had just a little bit of lavender in it, and she used that first.
Yep.
And
Pretty.
hers is much shorter, but she is planning on making not a knitted skirt, but a fabric skirt, pleated, long pleats, mid-calf, in this gold color.
Yeah, that'll be really pretty.
It will. So hers, so it's the same sweater.
So do you know what color she used with the Julie Oslin, Mom? Do we have any more of it?
Yes, we do. I can't pronounce it. Shock. Biarritz. Baritz?
Sounds good to me. Baritz? Barrett's?
It's French. I barely can speak English. I blame it on being from the South.
Yeah.
And then she used family jewels.
Yep.
So very low contrast, just a little bit every now and then. I think it turned out gorgeous, and she, of course, is
Yeah.
green is her color. You and her. All right.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry.
All right, so before we go into the Magpie samples that Dami brought by the other day,
Okay.
let's talk about the what is it? Crown jewels? No.
Crown wool.
Crown wool.
It's a Casapinka mystery knit along. And
So this is using junk yarn.
yes,
Junk yarn made us kits.
which we still have a few,
Yep, we have a few kits left.
and they are on the website.
Yep. And so what's neat about this is that every section has got a different knit stitch.
Yes.
So
So it makes it fun.
makes it fun, and it keeps it from being boring. Changes it up just enough. And I think Carissa said, Carissa's knitting this, that it's not hard at all, right?
No,
She said it would be good for a beginning knitter that,
a little challenging for a beginning knitter because it's new stitches.
Yeah.
But it would be a
But they
great
would learn.
learning piece.
Yeah. So again, that's Casapinka's crown wool
Knit along.
knit along, and the kits that we have do not include the pattern.
No, they don't.
Right, so-
But it's 12 mini skeins.
Yeah, 12 mini skeins.
And let me just say, we wonder why mini skeins are expensive. After having made some mini skeins yesterday, they are very labor intensive.
So, all right, so that's that. So I guess we can talk about Dami's samples that she brought in yesterday.
Okay.
So we also carry Magpie Solo, which is a single ply, and Dami brought us a couple of samples in yesterday when she was also bringing us our domestic worsted orders. So this one I wanted to mention. This is also Damian Hunter's pattern. Something gradient this way comes. Didn't she do that same pattern for
It
her?
has been done in Swanky Sock. It's been done in Swanky DK. And she said to me, it just amazes her. You know, everybody loves this wrap.
Right.
And you can't hardly go wrong with it. This one looks a little marled, more marled than what the normal gradient looks like.
Because she used her speckles, and she doesn't always. The other ones don't never necessarily use the speckles. So I'm just going to take it off, and if I take it off, I won't be able to get it back on. So you can see how big it is, right? I mean,
Right.
it's
Everybody loves it.
yeah, but it's this done in these colors is so
Pretty.
so wearable. Yeah, it's a little hot for it today.
She said that when they were at Stitches Midwest, they had made kits up with these colors and sold out.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So the colors that she used for that, let's just talk about that. We do have them, in case you're interested, and it takes 2 of each. So one is Harpoon, that's the darker brown. One is London Train. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mom.
So you do 2 of Harpoon,
Right, you do 2 of each.
2
No.
of London Rain, and only 1 of Paris Train.
So it's 5 skeins total.
5 skeins total.
All right, so 1 London Rain, 2 Harpoon, and 2 Paris Train. So where's this color?
Right here. See where it's lighter?
Oh yeah, okay, so you can see it there. Okay. So I was looking at our colors too, and I thought, well, you could do the same thing. Swap out the Harpoon with
Masquerade.
Masquerade. And this
That's very
Masquerade,
pretty.
if you can see, is a really pretty
Teal.
teal. So those would also make a very pretty one, and so would using 501s, which is a pretty blue. that would also work really well. So anyway, so I wanted to share that, and thank you, Dami, for bringing these in.
We've got a, this is also, I'll just real quickly show, this is the bobble shawl from Andrea Mowry. Bobbles. And it's solo fingering, soiree, harpoon, and winter garden.
So it's 3 skeins?
It is 3 skeins.
So it's a little bit smaller. So it's got some brioche in it, right?
It does.
Brioche
But
and
it's
lace.
got gorgeous bobbles.
Yeah. Yeah, can you guys see that? Let's get it up here a little bit closer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's really pretty. Hey, it matches my shirt.
It does. I think Carissa did this one. Matter of fact, I'm sure she did.
Okay, so I think that's it for samples and stuff, Mom. New knits.
Well, I have one more.
Oh, you have the tiny tassels we haven't talked about yet.
Right. I had started this one last podcast. We talked about the backward yarn over. And since I couldn't use the mohair with the hipster, I took out what I had done and I added mohair to the tiny tassels. And it is just...
Here, I'll put it on. It looks better with my pink.
I think it looks quite well with my...
Well, it looks good with black too, but the other day I didn't have on anything that... Does it
There
have
really
a front
isn't
and
a
back?
front and back, no. She's trying to be fancy on me.
It's nice I have short hair so it doesn't get in the way of your hair.
And the flips.
Yeah.
I held
Oh, we didn't bring that that Western Sky over.
what Western Sky?
You used the Western Sky Knot House color.
Oh yeah, I did. I'll get it.
Kim usually does a special Knot House color every year, and we still have some left. And it's a fun pinky lavender. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. So that's the...
Mm-hmm.
Kim knows that I like purples. So I used this one, which is Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. And you can tell that you can't really see all the colors that are in it, but it muted this just enough to really kind of give it a glow. But I could have used this one, which is...
And these are Farmer's Daughter,
Mighty Mo.
Mighty Mo.
This is Half Breed. And this one is Mary Catherine. Now, if I would have used this one with it, it would have given it a darker. It would have gone deeper and darker. Right. But it was really fun. And then I used these. This is Western Sky. Forget the color that it is, but it was some leftovers that I had.
Yeah.
I tried doing different colors on it, and it just didn't, because that's the way the pattern's done. And that pattern, by the way, is by Karen Fernandez.
Okay. Remind me to take your notes so I can put all that in.
Okay.
So I'll try to put it on the screen and also put it in the show notes down below. So Christina does the show notes at the bottom of, so it makes it easier than actually putting it in Ravelry.
Right.
And having to send you to Ravelry to go see everything we talked about. You can just go look at the bottom.
And then Manhattan Mist by Kristen Kapoor is what you're going to insert.
Yeah, so that was done by Barbara Walters, right?
Yes, it was.
She comes.
Okay, so this is Manhattan Mist by Kristen Kapoor. And we have shown this before in our colors, but this is Barbara Walters.
Right.
And it was so pretty that I asked if we could talk about it on the podcast. And it is nice and knit. Done with the mohair is Julie Osselin, but the navy and the green are both, and we still have both of them.
The navy's also nice and knit?
It is.
Okay.
It is. And
that's fingering weight.
Fingering weight, light as a feather.
Yeah, it is very light. And the gauge on it's really loose too.
It is. And she blocked it pretty hard because she wanted it bigger. This might be a little bigger than ours. So.
What colors did we use?
We used Chasing Rabbits, I think. And ours is right here.
Did we use pink?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
So this one is ours.
Completely different, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, we talked about the Western Sky that we got in.
Talked about Western Sky.
We talked about the Magpie domestic worsted that we got in. We also got in the Melanie Berg shawl book, which is
really
gorgeous.
pretty.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a couple of older patterns in here, like a Joker and a Thief and Solaris, and with just a Quicksilver. But then there are a lot of new ones that are in here. This is the one that's on the cover, and I think it's gorgeous.
What's the name of that one?
Midnight in Berlin. But there's also other new ones in here. That one is Marlel.
I don't think that one's new.
I think it is.
Maybe. So, are those on the website?
These are not on the website.
Why aren't the books on the website, Mom?
Well, I guess that's a good question. I just don't usually put the books on the website. But I could, or you could call me. Either way.
And then we got in Shelli Cans pins.
We did.
You ordered those at TNA, and those came in.
I did. The Wizard Chooses the Wand.
Is this the only ones we have left? You said you were out of octopus, right?
I'm out of octopus. I had a lady come in yesterday and bought, I think, all of them to give to as a gift to her knit group.
Wow.
It's also the Yarn Snob, and of course my favorite, the Sloth.
Why is that your favorite?
Being the slowest knitter on the planet. Sloths are known for being slow.
Oh.
So he represents to me the slowest knitter on the planet.
Okay.
And then I feel like knit. And this isn't all of them. We've got more
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
And different colors as well. There's also the Sugar Skull Head, the Yarn Palmer.
Oh yeah, yarn Palmer.
So
what are we going to be getting in?
I just put together a very large order for Magpie Swanky Sock.
Okay.
Olan should be here end of the month.
Okay.
We also, I put an order in for Tough Woolens, which is they look like little deodorant sticks, but it's hand lotion.
Is that the first time we're getting those in?
It is.
Okay.
And soaps. And I've been using their soap, and it is lovely. Very nice. Very
Okay.
nice. So those will make good Christmas gifts, I thought, she doesn't wholesale to many yarn shops. So I'm excited about that.
And then we have a trunk show coming up at the end of September.
We do. That is Color Craze.
Color Craze from New Jersey.
Yes.
And that'll be Saturday and Sunday.
The last weekend in September.
Yep.
I think it's the 29th.
That'll be the
30th.
first time we've had her.
It is. We're excited about that.
Yep.
And then the weekend before Rhinebeck is when Chelsea Yarns is coming to do a trunk show along with Red Bank Mike. Live from Red Bank, New Jersey. He's so funny. But now it's Kahuna City.
Oh, now it's Kahuna City?
Yeah,
Live
that's what
from Kahuna City?
That's what he says.
So he's bringing some kahunas too for
He
the
is.
trunk show,
He
guys.
is. I made him promise.
Yeah. Now, are they going to be here Saturday and Sunday too?
Yes,
Okay.
they are both days. They are.
And then we have some other trunk shows that we're trying to lock the dates down for. So
I've got a couple locked down, but there's a couple more that I haven't got locked down, and there's one or two more I'm going to ask.
okay.
So we should have a busy, busy fall.
It's amazing that it's like right here. It's here now. You know.
It is.
Once we go to Rhinebeck, I mean, then it's like start making gifts. Your Rhinebeck sweater is kind of the last thing
You get to
you
knit
get
for
to knit
yourself.
for yourself. I mean, maybe not, but in theory.
We're excited about going to Rhinebeck. I'm sure we'll be on the Podcaster Hill. We've got some new goodies for that.
Oh, that's right. I didn't mention anything about that. So we have designed some new pins, enamel pins. There's one podcast pin, and then there's another Knot House Yarns.
Yep.
Yep. So
So that'll be fun.
that'll be fun. There was something else I was gonna mention. Oh, I was gonna ask you what you're gonna be working on. What sweater you're gonna be working on next?
I'm going to be working on
Andrea Mallory's.
Yes.
So at Rhinebeck, you're gonna have the Andrea Mallory sweater on.
You're going to have the Tecumseh.
I'll have the Tecumseh.
And, you know, I've got a couple more that I could wear the second day. Or Friday to,
Yeah, because you can take your Guthrie
I know.
if it's cold.
Or I've got my Cipla.
You got your Cipla too.
I
You
know.
might just change them out.
I
You might see her 1 minute in one sweater.
I really have been on a sweater craze. And when I have to stop and knit something for the shop that's not a sweater, it kind of, but I do it.
So you mentioned
Also-
one the other day in the other podcast that we did, a different sweater that you were gonna do,
Oh, I'm going to do the new Caitlin Hunter.
and that one is that DK too?
It is.
Okay.
DK, and then she held so it is solid.
And it's not released yet.
No, but it has just a motif around the neckline. I want to say it kind of looks like flowers, but it's not a flower. But she held mohair with that in DK. So I have a big order coming in from Julie Oslin too. She sent me a new invoice because I had put an order together. I did another order like 3 days later, and I did another order last week. So she combined all the orders into one. People are buying sweater quantity, and when you order in sixes, so it's scary to order 12.
Yeah.
And yet it's going to take 4 or 5
Right.
for a sweater. So we've always been just in time inventory, but that's catching us now.
Yeah. So, and I'm still working on my sweater. I might be able to get it finished before Rhinebeck.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, I still have another 6 weeks or
Right.
something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or more.
If some
What's the
sweaters
name of it? What's the name of it? Oh, the Millie sweater.
Millie sweater.
The Millie sweater. I don't think I pulled it out. I'm using nice and knit fingering. I showed it before on the other podcast, on the last podcast.
It's kind of a boxy sweater.
Yeah.
The armholes are a little lower, like the Tecumseh is.
Right. So that way, if it's not freezing cold, I'll have a fingering weight sweater to wear.
That'll be good.
in
That'll be
Rhinebeck.
good.
So
And another exciting thing, I've booked my trip to Edinburgh.
It's not time to start talking about that yet, Mom.
I'm excited. So excited. And there's several of the girls from the shop that are going.
Yeah?
Yeah. Barbara Walters and Helene. And Benita is going with me again.
I will not be going.
No. She wasn't going to go.
And then we have...
But then she decided she couldn't let me go by myself. Go ahead.
You messed that all up, so we'll have to cut this part out now.
What were you going to say?
No, I don't remember now.
Well, that's not my fault. We have, since the last podcast, we've gotten Ribbon Street project bags in too, and they are on the website.
I thought we talked about those. No?
No, I think we talked about that we were getting them in, but we did get them.
And those are on the website. You put them on the website.
I did.
So check out the Ribbon Street bags on the website too, if you're on the website looking at anything. And then maybe on the next podcast, I have an announcement to make, something that I'm working on for the shop. So
Which is exciting.
it's exciting for Mom.
I can't wait.
More to come on that. Not quite ready to announce that yet. So that'll be next.
Maybe it's that she's going to take over running the shop.
Yeah, that could be it.
That could be it.
No, maybe I'm just going to be here with you every day.
Oh, no. No. If that happens, I'll retire.
No, you won't. You won't.
She was here all day the other day, and whew, I was worn out by the end of the day.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have gotten all that Western Sky put away in such a nice, neat,
I would not have.
you know?
I would not have. Didn't mean I wasn't tired at the end of the day.
Yeah. Whew. So I think that's all we have to talk about.
We want to say thank you.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching.
I've had several customers come in with their pearls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got mine on, too.
It always,
Got my earrings on, too.
I know you get your podcast earrings
I know.
on.
I
And
might
your-
wear them all day. I
and
have to
your
go to
flip.
work.
And your
I need
flip.
a haircut, though. My hair's not flipping up.
We do appreciate everybody that watches. I had a lady call me from Washington about some yarn, and I watch you, and it just, you know, makes my heart flutter. So we appreciate that. We really do.
Oh, now I know. I was going to say that for a little while when we get the new pins in, we will put some pins in with orders over $100.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So just a little treat.
I usually try to put a little treat in.
Yeah.
It varies
So
of what I've got.
So watch us on Instagram. You can find us at Knot House Yarns on Instagram. We'll post pictures of the Olan when we get it in, the pins when we get it in. You might see a couple of updates on the special announcement if you watch us or you follow us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook as the Knot House. You can find us on Ravelry under the Knot House. And you can find us at www.knothousyarns.com.
And Instagram?
I already did that one.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. On Instagram again, knothousyarns.com. No, not .com. It's just not the Knot House. See? Now it's all messed up.
It's all my fault.
All right, we're done, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.